In our headlines, Telecom Chamber urges mobile phone subscribers to take advantage of Lifeline provided by the National Communications Authority to register their SIM cards and get reconnected before phone numbers are permanently blocked. And Chartered Institute of Taxation calls on Ghana Revenue Authority to deepen its capacity building efforts in addressing transfer in pricing in Ghana. Also, bulk oil distributors cite CD's performance as major determinant in pricing of petroleum products at the pumps rather than international market developments. I am Beverly Broom. We settle for the details now. And the Ghana Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors have maintained that CD's performance is now a major determinant in settling petroleum prices rather than international market developments. The disclosure is coming at a time that fuel prices have started going up despite crude prices remaining stable on the international market. Dr. Patrick Ofori is Chief Executive of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors and has been engaging the media through a virtual platform on recent market developments.
I think this is how sometimes the people will say that we sometimes play the ostrich and deceive ourselves. We are interested in, we deal with the banks, we don't control the exchange rate. We go to the banks and then the banks give us rates. You know, the irony of the regulator publishing an exchange rate that today any of my members, if they want to use that exchange rate to pay their license fee of the $300, the regulator will say no, and that they want EcoBank rate. So if when I'm paying my license fee, you want EcoBank rate, how do you enforce me using MPA or BOG interbank rate? Whereas you know the rates that we generate, since we don't have access to the dollars and it's the banks that provide us that, they say you deposit this quantum of cedis, and this is the rate that we are giving to you.
Dr. Patrick Ofori is Chief Executive of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Meanwhile, some oil marketing companies have started increasing prices of petroleum products at the pumps. GOIL has taken the lead, selling a litre of diesel and petrol at 12 cedis 45 pesos from its previous price of 12 cedis 30 pesos a litre. The increase is in line with the bi-weekly review of prices at the pumps. Away from that, the Telecommunications Chamber has urged mobile phone subscribers who have been deactivated to try and get their Ghana cards and register their SIMs for reconnection. According to the Chamber, the NCA has provided this window of opportunity to allow mobile money customers have access to their account in a short period before the phone numbers are permanently blocked. Dr. Ken Ashigbe is the CEO of the Chamber and has been speaking on PM Express.
And also for the about 7 million or so whose mobile money will be affected, what has happened is if you restore, you will get access to it. If you don't restore, what was going to happen is that the Bank of Ghana has asked the EMIs who operate mobile money to put that money in an account aside so that with the right evidence, you'll be able to go and get it. But what the NCA has done smartly is that there is no timeline for this. So the NCA could decide that 2 days later, I am going to delink, remove. The access to your mobile, now you will lose it. Okay. The only way you do is going to get your Ghana card and register. But if the NCA decide that this window they've given, after a week, they are going to stop it, what is going to happen is it will block you forever. You will not have your number.
Now, the Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana is calling on the Ghana Revenue Authority to deepen its capacity building in addressing transfer mispricing in Ghana. This, the Institute says, will boost domestic revenue collection. Speaking to Joy Business at a graduation ceremony, President for the Institute, George Kwetia, said aggressive transfer mispricing may inflate profits in multinational companies seeking to take advantage of Ghana's tax administrative system.
We brought on board resources which were even from the GRA themselves. They are retired officers who have been trained in transfer pricing to also come to share with the group their experiences when they were at the forefront of driving transfer pricing. So that experience is unique and they've already left GRA, and that means that GRA doesn't have that in-house experience anymore. It is CITG that can bring such experience on board so that participants can have access to that lost experience.
We do some more stories now. Deputy Managing Director for GCB Bank, Emmanuel Odate Lamte, is advocating for extensive capacity building for internal auditors in the financial sector. According to him, this is very critical to the growth of the sector. He was speaking to Joy Business at the climax of the Internal Audit Awareness Month celebration by KPMG.
There are a number of areas which I would say internal audit is critical to driving sustainable business. Typically, you do find in many institutions, traditional risk areas like market risk, credit risk, operational risk tend to get a lot of focus. But strategic risks around the long-term sustainability of the business or existence of the business tends to be pushed back. And this is why I think that internal audit with their expertise are able to connect the dots across many aspects of the bank and then challenge management, lead with questions on matters relating to strategic risk.
Emmanuel Odate Lamte is Deputy Managing Director of GCB Bank. Now to the agriculture sector, and the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana has disclosed that an assessment is conducted on fertilizer supply under the Planting for Food and Jobs program shows that most of the fertilizer were not of good quality. Fertilizer supply under the program was subsidized until the newly sworn-in Agric Minister Brian Champon recently suspended it after assuming office. Speaking to Joy Business, Executive Director of the association, Dr. Charles Nyaba, said the situation compelled farmers to opt for ordinary fertilizer on the market, which had higher prices.
I was speaking to some farmers who want us to supply them fertilizer this year. There are two companies. A company is willing to supply fertilizer for 320 Ghana cedis. Another company is supplying for 450 Ghana cedis. They are telling me I should bring the one which is costing 450. Farmers have come to realize that with the PFJ fertilizer, even though price is cheaper, when they supply, in most occasions, it doesn't really meet the performance that they are expecting.
Now, today on Food Chain, we bring you a story on how a visually impaired farmer is bracing the odds to farm in the midst of today's agricultural challenges.
With his walking aid, Kwadwo Kufuor will walk to his farm without enough help every day. On this day, we watched in shock how he easily navigates his path from home to work. As a visually impaired farmer, Agya Kufuor's style of preparing his land is very fascinating. It is surprising that he weeds his farm by himself. In his state, he finds motivation from his inner self and executes his work with little or no help. His love for farming has won him the best physically challenged farmer in Apinkra in the Bosomtwi district.
I got sick and itched a lot some time ago. Later, I had eye complications and referred to the Asante Achima Gugu Hospital for treatment. The medical officer there told me I'd be visually impaired due to the condition.
Just like many smallholder farmers, he is also faced with the common challenge of land acquisition and use.
And I just said, you didn't know it. I guess I went to me. He said,
if you do not have money, you can't start a farm. Preparing a piece of land for planting is expensive. That is why many young people leave immediately when they venture the farming business.
Agya Kufuor would have to depend on lands for estate developers for his farm until work begins on these lands, then it reverts to the owners.
The lands are sold by the chiefs. to real estate developers. So if they are not ready for use by these developers, I cultivate on them. Once they need it to start the estate development, I have to let go. He has had to go through this difficult path as a farmer until his encounter with authorities at Miaso DAJHS in the Busumche district.
The school donated the land to, not donated as in we given it outright, but we given it to him to work on it. His zeal to work for himself, not to become a burden on the society, encouraged the school to do it.
I want to help other physically and visually challenged persons to be equipped with a trade. Farmers like physically challenged Ejakufor would need support to encourage them in ventures like farming to get them off the streets. For Business Journal, Prince Apia reporting.
You can watch Food Chain on Saturday at 6 p.m. on the Joy News channel. Do follow us on all our social media pages, including LinkedIn. Now, do you receive your salary in an account that gives you more? Is your salary in the right account? No worries, we are here to help. Just open an EcoBank salary account and enjoy amazing benefits like free life insurance, which provides cover for death, permanent total disability, critical illness, hospitalization, temporal disability, and retrenchment. With the EcoBank salary account, you can enjoy the ability to save as you spend, free debit card, access to loans, and a lot more. And the best part is, you stand the chance to win double your salary in the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded. So open an EcoBank salary account and enjoy all these benefits that comes with it. For inquiries on the EcoBank Double Salary Promotion Reloaded and the EcoBank salary account, call EcoBank toll free on 0800 003225. Please note that EcoBank will never call you for your Ghana card information or mobile app PIN or ask you to pay money before your account is credited as a winner in this promotion. The only call you'll receive is to inform you that you have won in this promotion and your account has been credited. You are not required to pay money in this promotion to receive your prize. When in doubt, visit any of our branches. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. I am Beverly Broom. Ignition is next. Do enjoy.